So what we're buying this week? First off, we're taking a 1997 Finest Michael Jordan Refractor, which is a sick card, but we found one in a black label.
There's just something about a black label that's just so disgusting.
Dude, it's so rare you see a black label pre-2000s. Like, what is this? And it's Jordan himself. So I checked this card before. The PSA 10 is about $1,000 to $2,000. The black label should really be like 20x that, maybe even more, because like you can take a black label of like a newer card, like a Topps Now card or like a blank slate and be like, all right, it's kind of cool. But they all 10, like these Finest cards from 97 still don't even 10 that much. So we have a 101 masterpiece of Michael Jordan. This is a card that we always talk about where you buy it and then you can name the price after, because you're not going to find another one.
So at 13K, 17 bids, where would you cap out on this if you were going to bid on this?
I mean, I would bid up to $25,000 for it. I mean, this is also not a bad product. This is Finest, which we're ripping right now downstairs on our channel. We're ripping Finest baseball. This product's been around for 30 years. I would comfortably pay $25K for this, especially because Jordan refractors right now in general are going up a lot. And this is not like a 97 base card. This is the refractor. It's the hit of the product. So you can't go wrong buying this card.
Okay, what else you got?
Next up, we have a 2017 Flawless Star Swatch RPA of Jayson Tatum and a PSA 10. There's so much things I like about this card. One, Tatum is down as a good buy right now. One of the elite players in the NBA, an NBA champion. Let's put some respect on his name. Second, Flawless RPAs, people have always wanted the trues, but Star Swatches have been getting so much love recently. The Vet Star Swatches, Kobe Star Swatches, Shea Star Swatches, Ant-Man Star Swatches. They're honestly one of the better looking cards in Flawless because the window is bigger. Then you have a PSA 10 on it. There's really nothing wrong with this card.
Yeah, well, PSA 1010 is just ridiculous. Pop 2. This is a beautiful card. Again, I, as a buyer of Tatum or anybody who gets injured, like I'm always thinking into the future. Because if you're buying this right now, sure, hold it for a year. It's a little longer than a year, probably. You got to hold it. Maybe you buy it now, you hold it till the National when his prices go up a little bit, right? And by the way, guys, for anybody who's watching who hasn't been in the National, like you should be loading up on cards all year and just go to the National. And like you're probably going to make 10% on the low end of every card.
Yeah, that's
right?
a formula for every person in the world for the past 20 years.
So as a number one, and number two, like if you're a fan of cards and you haven't been to the show, like it's just a really cool experience to go to. My friend Ethan over here was actually overwhelmed by the show after 2 days because you're used to those little shows down in Garden Grove that aren't as intense.
Dude, it's my 5th National, and every single one is equally as tiring as the first one, especially as the hobby grows on.
But I will make this advice to anybody who wants to listen. For me, if I'm going to buy Tatum, this guy who's going to come back from injury, who's not going to play this season, I'm going to wait till the NBA season ends next year. That's when I start loading up on Tatum.
Yeah, so it's a gold 10 out of 10, PSA 1010. This card should be right now between 20 and 25K, but I mean, if this ran 2 years ago, it'd probably be like a 40 to 60K card.
And remember, everybody who's watching who's saying, Dappz, Ethan, I can't afford a $17,000 card. Go look up a Silver Prism next year, whether it's a base or a PSA 10, whatever you can afford. The most liquid card you can buy of any player is a Silver Prism. They sell consistently. There's 5 sales a day, right? And the reason that that's a good thing is you can get a true idea of what the market is on the card. It's not like this card sold for 5K and this one sold for 8K, and it's like, what's the price of this card? Silver Prisms, the last 5 sales are going to have happened in the last 48 hours, and they're all going to be within 10% of one another. That's the price of the card. Buy Silver Prisms of that guy in the offseason, hold them for a couple months, wait for the season to start, heating up again. Look at what's going on in football right now. We're in August, all of these card sales, and by the way, even in July, there's been some huge card sales. Justin Jefferson's finite sold for like 8K. It was either Jefferson or Jamar in March. And I was looking at it thinking I wanted to buy it, just sold for 50. Like, that's insane. That's an $8,000 investment in March. This is like Bitcoin, crypto crap, right? Like, that's what this is like. So, listen, there's a tremendous opportunity, and especially for fans of football, baseball, basketball, you know which players ball out. You know which players are going to perform. You know a guy like Tatum who got injured is going to come back, and you can make money on him. What's the next card we're buying?
Next card, which I was really excited to look at, was a 2020 Joe Burrow Contenders, not Contenders Optic, cracked ice in a BGS 10.
Not to be pretentious. Maybe pretentious isn't the word, Dill. He'll correct me. He's the dictionary over there. But if I had this card and it comes back and I got corners 10, surface 10, edges 10, and I don't get a black label because of a centering 9.5 on a 10-10, I'm calling Beckett.
Yeah, they're not going to give you a black label on this as much as you try. I don't know why they're knocking centering off, but they had to knock something off, so this is what you get. Beautiful card at the time where this could be the last moment ever to buy Joe Burrow and be able to make money. Because if he comes out this year and he does what he did last year and then wins games, then he's a top 3 quarterback in the NFL. This card during the bubble was a $100,000 plus card. You're going to get it at a discount. I mean, I don't think it was too long ago where a PSA 10 Joe Burrow was an over 20K card. So if you can get this card for like 30K and he balls out again, it's going to go flying.
Are you leaving this in a BGS 1010 though without a black label? Like, or are you sending this to PSA to get a PSA 1010?
No, I would never. PSA 1010 is worth far less than a BGS 1010. BGS needs to have some respect. You know how hard it is to BGS 10 something?
But they don't.
But they do. I mean, I've been sending cards to BGS for decades now, and I've only had one BGS 10 ever. It's a higher. It used to be a PSA to BGS 10 would be like 2x, maybe 3x. Now it's only 1.5, but it will always be harder than a PSA 10.
When I see PSA 10 sale, BGS 9.5 sale, SGC 10 sale, and like the disparity between a PSA 10 and a BGS 9.5 is so disgusting. When it, don't get me wrong, like if it's off 20%, 10%, okay, whatever.
Yeah, 50% is too much.
It's so much, dude. And that's why even when you're saying, oh, well, historically BGS 1010 does better than a PSA 1010, I just don't know, man.
It should, and it should always be in. It always has been. So it's new news to me if it's not. But coming from a guy who just bought the BGS 10 Red Optic Mahomes on alt last week, it is better. Trust me. I've owned 30 Red Optic Mahomes, and the BGS 10 is the best looking one.
All right, next card.
So it wasn't too long ago where I was telling everyone to go out and buy Paulo Bonero. Now let's see if I was right. This is a 2022 Prism Gold Rookie Paulo PSA 9. 2022 was an impossible year to grade cards. So this PSA 9 is probably the highest one. So it has the NBA Gold label on it for the best eye appeal. I think this card is going to break records. Not even just break records. I think it's going to 2x the last sale of it.
Are you buying this at this price? This seems wildly high.
I think dude, I don't even think it's halfway there. I think his card ends at 40K plus. And no, I'm not buying it because I could have bought it probably 3 months ago for less. But it would be nice for the Paulo market to show that it is up because everyone saw Cade last year and how good he is and how much his cards increased. And Paulo Bonero, sorry for saying this, is a better player. You can't teach 6'10". He's got the same type of athleticism. He's just as fast, just as strong, just as much of a playmaker, just as much of a scorer, and plays more defense. I like Paulo better than Cade, and if Cade's true gold prism is a 40K card, then Paulo should be 45.
I just think about Jaden Daniels and Paulo Bonero, and I just feel like Jaden Daniels is way better at football than this guy is at basketball, and I don't think that...
I mean, I generally think Jaden Daniels is not that good at football. I don't know what everyone's watching.
I don't think Bonero should be double the price of Jaden Daniels. I think that's crazy.